How to deal with jealousy in a relationship. I have always loved being in relationships. Since a little girl, I was looking for my next boyfriend. It was just fun for me. It was really fun and quite playful. But when I started to get older, I noticed I had a tendency to be really jealous in my relationships. And particularly with one partner, I just remember I didn't like him having other friends that were girls. And I look back now and I feel a bit bad for him, but things are okay now. I've apologized. But I just noticed how hard that felt and how much pain it brought me for no good reason. At the time it seemed like the right thing to do or to feel, but looking back now, I just have a lot of compassion for myself, because I'm like, that's not the way it has to be. It's beautiful to be in relationships where we are free, and that doesn't mean like polyamorous. You can, whatever your relationship is, fine, but I'm in a monogamous relationship, long term, with a beautiful man, and it's so refreshing to see how much I can stretch and let go of jealousy and let go of control. And I believe that we all are in relationships because we want to be more happy. We want to feel connected with someone. We want to experience deep love or passion or commitment or joy. Relationships, I find, are where the most growth is in life, where the most growth comes as a person, as how we share ourselves with the world. Our best and our worst come out with our partners. And one of those worst is jealousy. So I've got 4 tips on how you can deal with this jealousy coming up in your relationship and actually use it as a launching pad for even greater depths in your self-confidence and in your relationship. Jealousy can be a doorway. You may think it's something you just have to cut off. Say, jealousy, no, I have to get rid of you, I have to get rid of you. Jealousy can actually be really constructive. It can be really fun. It can be a great way to dive into yourself and to figure out what's going on in you and what you really want. So the number 1 tip for healing jealousy and dealing with it in a relationship is change your perspective. We know there's so many ways to view a situation. However, I speak for myself. I know that in a situation where I'm jealous, I only see one view. I see what I perceive to be happening, and that is it. That is set in stone, no option. But being this way creates a wall. It creates a fortress that no one can get through. And it separates you from your lover. And it separates you from yourself. And those walls, when we keep stacking them time after time, they create barricades and no love can get through. Where we're pushing our lover away because we're jealous or we're protecting, and we do it again and again, and then the relationship ends up ending, or they leave, or someone does it to you and you leave, and that's what we don't want. But maybe on a subconscious level, we do want that. So we want to look at this perspective that we have, and we're going to take a bird's eye view. For example, it was probably wasn't that long ago. Jealousy still comes up for me, but I know I've come a long way from where I was before because of my perspective. Something happened that made me jealous. Maybe like a really beautiful woman walked by, and she was like really fit and like toned. And I was with my partner, and I could obviously feel that she was a radiant woman that most men would find attractive. And my first perspective was closed down, like, Charlie's looking at her, which he probably wasn't even looking at her that much. But my perspective was just magnetized. Go do my own thing, whatever, like walk away, it's all good. Put up the fort. And then I actually had a little talk with Charlie, and I opened my perspective and I shared what I felt. And I just was able to see it from different perspectives. I saw, instead of just, I'm jealous, maybe she's more attractive than me, I thought, wow, she's a really cool woman. She actually looks like she'd be great to talk to, too. I'm sure a lot of people would think I'm a good-looking woman as well. 3, why wouldn't I want her to be appreciated and seen for her beauty? I'd want to be appreciated for my beauty. 4, it just kept going and going, all these different perspectives. And it may feel uncomfortable at first, but when you change your perspective, the jealousy gets very thin and there's actually new opportunity there. So number 2 is it's about loving yourself. So like that situation I suggested before with the woman, we were at the gym and she was like super fit and sexy. That gave me a doorway to a new aspect of myself that I wanted to explore. So I saw this woman and she made me jealous because she was so fit and toned. And the reason why I was jealous is because I wanted to be that way. So it awoke in me, I mean I already knew it, but it just strengthened in me the desire to work my body and to move and to sweat and to feel sexy in my skin and get really toned. Seeing her and being jealous, when I changed my perspective, I could actually see it as a way to love myself. Oh, okay, right now I'm jealous and I'm condoning myself because I want to be more fit. Cool, great to know that, Kelly. Now I'm gonna dedicate more time to being with my body and doing workouts and yoga and running and weights because that makes me feel better. So when I changed my perspective from fear and jealousy, I was able to change it to desire and passion and learn more about myself. And that's the biggest gift. So in relationships, if you are jealous of your partner because maybe he has really great connections with his friends or something and you want him to spend more time with you. Of course, there's always a line. But let's say you don't have many friends, but he's got a lot of friends. And he really likes talking with his friends and texting them and spending time. The number 1 perspective from a woman or a man may be, I'm jealous, like you spend more time with your friends than me. Or why do you care so much about your friends? I don't know. Or you could also reflect that, change your perspective and think, oh, maybe I'm jealous because I want more friends. How can I have that social life? It's always a reflection. The things we're jealous of are the things we're wanting within us. And tip number 3 for dealing with jealousy in relationships is the golden rule. We were all taught this in kindergarten and preschool. Do unto others what you would want done to yourself. And this question actually can be a bit of a game changer in your relationship, because it weeds out relationships that are based in truth and love and growth, and relationships that are sadly based in ego or fear or, not the most wholesome things. If you feel yourself getting jealous and you're angry at your partner, would you want your partner to do the same to you? And this question's important because some of you in a minute will be like, no, of course not. I wouldn't want my partner to be angry at me and hold grudges and be mad at me for having friends. But the reason why this is a game changer is because a lot of you, and you may not be willing to say it, but you may feel it. A lot of you may say yes, and I have been in this position where I actually wanted my partner to be jealous of me. Previous partners, I wanted them to feel jealous that I had other guys' attention or that I was doing other things. And this is the bad seed at the root of so many relationships. It's about ego. It's about bringing each other down. It's about restricting each other's growth. And I know it sounds really harsh, but if you're in a relationship where there's fighting and arguing and jealousy and power plays going on, like you do things to get your partner jealous and then he does them to get you jealous, and then you fight but then you make up, and you fight but then you make up, and there's these weird power plays. Although it may be stimulating, it is crushing love. It is crushing your soul and crushing your spirit. And this is when you have to really be true with yourself. If you're wanting your partner to be jealous, or your partner wants you to be jealous, either one, you have some really open conversations and you see what this relationship is about, What is the truth of this relationship? What is the future of this relationship? What is the predictable outcome of this relationship? Is that something you want? Really look at that. Because relationships, as I said, they are the most profound place to grow from. But if we're in relationships that are based in power plays and control and jealousy and this like hunger for jealousy, we're really just downgraded. We're really bringing ourselves down, and it'll reflect in our lives and our health. So this comes to point number 4, which is remember love. You know the saying, like, what would Jesus do? You say, what would love do? Imagine for yourself what the most wholesome, ultimate love is. The most pure love. Not what you need or what you want. It's not about you. It's not about the ego and someone fulfilling you. It's about love. It's about unconditional love. What would love do? So if you're in a relationship where you know that there's plays going on, power plays, with jealousy and power and anger and frustration and fear, what would love do? Love would talk openly about it. And if their partner received them and said, wow, I see this too, how can we change it? Then you move forward together and you commit to love. And you'll take the steps back. It always happens. But the importance is you keep going forward. And then you get to a point when you don't go back that far. You only go back 2 steps. And then you only go back 1 step. And then you only go back half a step. You want to keep moving forward because that's what love does. Love isn't here to produce and reproduce fear and anger and power plays. So if you are dealing with jealousy in your relationship, either see if it's something you can weed out by loving yourself and growing and connecting with your partner, or if you're with a partner who doesn't want to do that, make a choice. What would love do? How would you love yourself in that situation? And this doesn't mean blaming and getting angry. It's just, what would love do? Because that's what relationships are all about. We can make them about fear and pain and struggle, or we can let them be what they want to be, which is a vessel for growth, a vessel for creation, a vessel for inspiring others. This is what I fully believe I get to do with my partner. By me looking at my stuff that comes up, and sometimes it takes a while, I'm not gonna lie, but I've gotten a lot better. It used to take days, and now it takes minutes. Where I get angry or I get frustrated, and then I change my perspective, and I open my heart up to him, and I ask myself, what would love do? And I come back into center. This is how we grow in relationships, and the way we grow in relationships is the way we grow in life. It's the way we receive everything we want in life. It's the way we attract everything we want to us in life. And if there's things that you're jealous of, you're not going to get them by staying jealous. So if that's not an extra dose of motivation, I'm not sure what is. But I really recommend, if this touched you, you listen to it with your partner. Or you bring it up in conversation. Or you just keep having these conversations with yourself. What would love do? Why am I jealous? What does this show about me? Am I willing to journey deeper through this? What kind of relationship am I creating? Do I want jealousy? Kind of. Am I willing to change that? Or no, I don't want jealousy. I want it to stop now. You've got all the tools to do it. So remember love. Remember that you deserve the best love, and so does your partner.